Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron, if you're new here. Today we're going to talk about the new Mavic 2 Pro and Mavic 2 Zoom firmware release dated October 11th, 2018. Aircraft firmware version ending in .01.00. It works in conjunction with the DJI Go 4 app, iOS 4.3.3, and a DJI Go 4 app for Android version 4.3.2. So let's dive into what's new. First of all, they added the ability to make a selection and adjust the flight speed and duration for hyperlapse. It requires the DJI Go version 4.3.2 or higher. They added the ability to delete hyperlapse and panorama raw footage in playback. Also requires DJI Go 4 version 4.3.2 or higher. They added the ability to enable and disable vision systems by using remote controllers C1 and C2 button. Also requires DJI Go 4 version 4.3.2 or higher. They enabled lateral vision systems for quick shot sub modes of circle, helix, and boomerang. Also, you want to refer to the Mavic 2 user manual for more information about the requirements for obstacle sensing. They optimized active track 2.0. They improved photo quality for panorama and improved aircraft flight stability. I'll leave the link below to DJI's announcement of this firmware. You'll find it below. You'll also find two videos within that same link showing you how to update the Mavic 2 series firmware with either the DJI Assist 2 or updating it within the DJI Go 4 application in case you're not familiar with this process. In short, a few updates here, nothing significant in my opinion, unless you count the lateral vision system being enabled for quick shot sub modes, circle, helix, and boomerang. This would be the two side cameras located on either side of the aircraft. I probably pointed this out in previous videos, but it's worth noting again. In the manual, DJI states, DJI takes no responsibility for any aircraft that is damaged or lost while using lateral vision systems. Something to keep in mind. In short, if you've been flying DJI products for a while now, you know that although they have object avoidance built in, and that the Mavic 2 is better than many of their other quads, do not put all your faith in the object avoidance system, as it still has many limitations which can impact its ability to function in an emergency situation. And DJI is telling you they're not taking responsibility for damage or loss if the lateral vision systems are engaged. Just worth noting. I've read through some of the forum comments, and seems a few of you may have been hoping for things like precision landing. In my opinion, not a big deal. 4K at 60 frames per second, that would be a good one. Waypoints, to name a few. I did, however, see comments from the DJI admin in the forums that confirms DJI engineers are working on precision landing. Okay, seems a lot of you were looking for that. I guess it just wasn't ready for this release, and DJI admins also confirmed they have no updates or news regarding Waypoints 2.0 at this time, and no updates regarding course lock at this time. Course lock would probably be a good one as well. No updates regarding adding decent alike to the Mavic 2 as well. I guess some folks are asking for it, but I'm personally not sure it's needed. This is more of a nice to have, since the Mavic 2 Pro supports a 10-bit D-Log color profile that yields a higher dynamic range for more flexibility in the grading process. It appears DJI has no plans to make any corrections in the firmware for the lens distortion issue. Again, they'll refer you back to correcting this in post-production software like DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere, and Apple Final Cut Pro. I'm sure we'll continue to see firmware updates being released from DJI as it pertains to the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, but for now that's all that's being offered. So they have quite a bit of work to do based on what a lot of you are recommending or asking for as well. Just remember, if you install this firmware to recheck all your settings, as many times things will get reset back to their default values. So just double check everything is set as you want it before taking off. Also, there will be a reminder in the aircraft firmware and intelligent flight battery firmware telling you that the firmware is inconsistent, so always remember to update all your batteries as well. Nothing worse than putting a fresh battery in the field and getting an inconsistent firmware notice. I hope you found this helpful, and if you're new here, I hope you'll think about subscribing. If you're an active subscriber, I do thank you. You can also follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to click that bell to get updates when new videos are released. If you didn't see my new Instagram update. Check that out here. And until next time, happy flying.